Okay, I think something went wrong. Okay, I think we're back. So let me know. Can you guys see me? Hey, Miss April A. So can everyone see me? Are we good? We good? Um, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. All right. I think we're good. We just had a little glitch. So, well, welcome everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Today is Saturday. Thank you, Miss April, for letting us know that you can see us. So, what I would like to do is in the chat for everyone, could you guys let us know where you are from? Let us know where you are from. And today's topic, uh, what we're going to be talking about today is how to overcome objections. And so you're like, what in the world does this have to do with anything with building wealth through real estate? I'll share and show with you. Thank you, Miss Donna. I appreciate it for allowing me to let me know that you all can see me. Thanks, Miss Owens. Okay, Miss April, DFW. I hear you, Texas in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know where you guys are chiming in from. Let me know what you guys are chiming in from. All right, so we'll go in the chat, and I'll be going back and forth. So I normally like to do like 10 minutes of motivational speaking, and then we go in, and then we take a deep dive, and just you ask me anything, whether it's business or residential, real estate based, or even some personal stuff. That's cool too, you know. So I was once accused of being a doctor of financing because of how I so eloquently talk about financing. But I was quite honored that I was accused of being a doctor of finance. But I'm not. I don't have that that title just yet. So let's go over to the chat. Let's see what's going on over in the chat. All right. We have Miss April from the DFW again. Hello, thank you for joining. All right, hello, and that's um, I'm sorry, I need to get some more glasses. I can't even see the name. We got Miss Jones from Indiana. I think that's then we have Wiggins from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Hello, hello. And then we have LaShawn Owens. Oh, she's a realtor from Los Angeles, California. Definitely. Hey, we need to be talking. Definitely. We got to talk. So we have Christine Wright from Rotten Apple. Now, you got to let us know what Rotten Apple is. I don't know what Rotten Apple is. All right. And we have LinkedIn user from Pat Partis, Dallas, Texas. And then Texas is showing out today. We got Miss Harmon from Allen, Texas. And then we have Miss Johnson from Iowa. Welcome, welcome. And then our last guest, Miss Lisa from North Carolina. All right. So, welcome again, everyone, for joining us today. I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of y'all's busy schedule to listen to me. Oh, we got Miss Wright coming from New York. New York in the building. Stand up. And look, I always give my people from New York a hard time because it seems like every time that we talk to somebody from New York, they start talking numbers, and they start telling their street address and where they from, Deuce Trey and 33rd and all this other stuff like that. I think it's just hilarious and funny. But But anyway, so I want to welcome everyone to the show today. Yes, I am your host, Derek Young of the Building Wealth Through Real Estate. And I wanted to be able to give back to a special type of audience that is you, somebody that could be getting started in real estate, getting started in business, but to know that you can Pamela, oh man, Texas is in the building. Texas is showing out. I don't know what's going on in Texas today, but special shout out to Texas. So we got Miss Pamela Adams from Fresco, Texas. Then I got some smiley faces for Miss Wright. Yes, definitely. Finally, we got somebody from Illinois. All right, we got Tia Smith. Shout out to Tia Smith. I've noticed that there's a lot of alphabets after everybody's name, MBA, and wait somebody to say NBA, NFL, and all that other stuff. Welcome. So again, I'm Derek Young from Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm a serialpreneur. I am the proud owner of Day Group 21 LLC, where we are a business consultation firm where we focus on people like you who might be in a big industry, but you just want to be able to scale your personal, or if you're a small based business, we also help you scale. We focus on three things: funding, education, and networking. So if you can accomplish, you don't even have to know everything about each aspect, but know a little something about something so it can lead you to get you to the next step of where you're trying to get to. So in essence, I always start off my speeches anytime where I'm speaking in the world is that you got to know something about funding. You got to know something about education. You got to know something about networking. So it's a threefold. So I have with a process when I'm doing assessments for individuals or companies. It's a 1, 2, 3 and a 3, 2, 1 rule. So when you're getting started in real estate or in business or just in anything in general, you want to have something that is simple where you can get in and be effective. So number one, have a plan. So make sure you guys take out y'all pen and y'all's paper, and I want you guys to make sure you're taking some good notes. And so in the meantime, what I will do is I will make sure that I put my email in the chat so you guys can give me a shout to give me some ideas on next time. You can email me your questions if it's something that you want to set an appointment up for. And then you got to stick to the end in order to get my number. I also get my number because I believe in making sure that our people, our listeners, are taken care of, right? Because you're here for a reason, right? So that's my email that I'm putting in right now. And so from here on is with this 1, 2, 3 step process that I have. I use it in any industry that I'm working in, that I'm working for. It could be medical, law. You can be blue collar, white collar. All of these things are the same scenario, same method. It's 1, 2, 3 process. So number one is plan. So I'll put that in the chat. You got to have a plan in order to do anything that you want to do, right? So you got to have a plan. So then the next step process is to actually have a process. So let's go back to number one. So that that uh that that plan should be a description of what are you trying to do. So let's say if you're trying to get started in real estate, well, what course or who will be your instructor? What have you heard? Have you done research on this person, right? And then that's your plan. You want to define it. That'll be your first step, right? Your first step right? First, number one is your plan. That's the beginning, because you just don't want to start, because it was always I had a football coach in high school, and I keep it clean. Like, this guy, he really loved on us with the words that he used, but it helped us build character. It toughened us up, because football is a physical sport, so it has to get you ready. So when we practice Monday through Friday, this was the plan. So then we would have walkthroughs on Fridays, and then that would be the process. So two would be the process. Okay. So two is the process. All right. And then check this out, guys. What is the process? So a process is something that is descriptive to get you a description of whatever you're trying to do. So let's say we're starting in real estate, right? And how do we get in real estate? We need to know where we want to go. Do we want to be a realtor? Do we want to be a broker? Do we want to be a funding partner? Do we want to be a mortgage originator? Like, what are we trying to do? Inspector, construction worker? What is it? What type of process would it take us? Like, what is our plan? All right. We developed our plan. So our plan is to get into real estate. So now, what is our process? Our process should be defined. It should be a defined small goal to get started in something. So let's say real estate investor. So I'm an investor. But however, real estate can take you through so many goals, or so many directions. And it's not hard. We can simplify what we're trying to do, right? And if we simplify what we do, then it can be a lot easier, right? So then we'll go to number three. So number three would be action. And so you guys can take notes. I have it down in here, one, two, three, and then I'll get down to what we're talking about, right? So action. So now we have a plan. Our plan is to get started in real estate, right? Then our process is to nail it down. We want to become real estate investors. So how do we become real estate investors? Is that we got to get some type of education. We need to know who we need to get to, where we're going, and then I'll match the FEN, funding, education, and networking, up with the 1, 2, 3 step process. So we want to make this as simple and flawless as possible. So even, let's say, if it's a problem that you're going through in your business or in your personal life, so what's your plan? What's your process? What's your action? Right? So action. So now that we have a plan, so now we have a process. Our process is to become a real estate investor. And so this is all interchangeable. So if you're trying to be a medical doctor, interchange the words, put create a process, get the education, but be specified, niche it down specifically. Then the third thing is take action. So we're real estate investors. So how are we able to take action? Right? So we take action by looking back at our process. So our process is to get some type of education, and then once we get our education, then we put it into action of finding funds, using our credit to get funds for a real estate property, or to partner up with others to purchase a property, or to partner up with another educational partner to see where you're going, because this is taking action, right? So then the conclusion. So I've made a 3 step process. So plan, process, action equals the conclusion. So you guys can take that note. So you'll say P times A equals C. So that's plan times process times action equals conclusion. So with that, what you'll get is, and check this out, I'm going to take you through a 1, 2, 3 step process. And then we're going to go 3, 2, 1. All right. So y'all follow me now. All right. So in the chat, let me know if you guys are following me, or if I've lost anybody. I don't want to lose anybody. So Make sure we are paying attention, guys. So now I'm gonna break this down, and we're gonna make it flow. We're gonna make it flow forwards and backwards. All right. So now the goal of it is we have to make this flow so we can grow. So if your process does not flow, if your plan does not flow, if your action does not flow, if your conclusion does not flow, it cannot go. And if it cannot go, we cannot grow, right? So our plan is to get us to our process so we can take action to get to our conclusion. So that's one, two, three, right? Now, three, two, one. All right. So check this out. Our conclusion has allowed us to take action on our process in order to plan, right? So now your plan is defined, then your process is defined, then your action is defined, your conclusion is defined. So, what in your conclusion, you write it up under your conclusion. What is your conclusion telling you, right? So, from that conclusion, what's your action telling you, right? What is your process telling you? What is your plan telling you? So, all these things, it has to go together. It's a flow. It's a flow, right? And so, this is how you can overcome any objections that you have. You got to have a plan. You got to have a process. You got to have action to get to your conclusion, right? So let me know if you guys are following me. You're following me, and then we got some more people that came in. So let's welcome Danielle Williams from Orleans. Welcome, welcome. And Miss Christine, she says financial pros too. You are correct. You are correct. It can work for financial pros as well. This process. So then we have Shahira from Jacksonville, Florida. And we got another comment. So here Alan is from Florida. And then we got Ansler, and he leaves a message. I think all of us should be eating that because of our skin color. We're from Indy. Cool to you all. Yes, I appreciate the words of encouragement. And and then we have oh, oh, Miss Ray. Let me trying to get it to pull up. For some reason, it's running slow. Running slow. Holloway, hey, bro, appreciate it. And then let everybody welcome Miss Own Bowie from the Bahamas. All right, the Bahamas. All right. So now, we're talking about objections. Yeah, a lot of times we focus problem at to the point where we just focus on the problem instead of coming up with a creative solution in order to overcome that particular problem. And so, for some reason, let me know if you guys can hear me because I think the internet connection where I am is going really slowly. Okay, it looks like we got some good connection now. All right. Okay, and let me know if you guys can hear me clear. I don't know if the internet is acting up or not. But so overcoming objections, right? And objection is defined as a problem. So if you break down a problem is something that can be solved. So let's say if you're in customer service and you have a belligerent customer, or you know that person where I was watching something on the internet the other day, and so you know how they'll play back certain CCTVs, the recordings, and so there was this lady. We didn't know what was going on. So what happened? She saw somebody come in, and then all you saw her was crawling into the office because whoever this person was, they were really, really, really. I guess they just cause problems all of the time, right? And so they didn't want to deal with them. So instead of having to hide from certain people, just deal with it, because that could be your specialty. Like a lot of times we hide from difficult situations instead of dealing with the situation. That's what makes me so interesting, is because my favorite word is okay. Well, let's talk about it. It could be a difficult situation where others they kind of steer clear from, and in some situations where you just, like, a lot of my clients are realtors, and so they'll call me and ask for advice, where if they should do certain scenarios, and I'm like, 9 times out of 10, if you're calling me and asking me, should you do it, that means you shouldn't do it. But it's and there's certain situations where you talk it through, like what is the benefit of doing this particular transaction. Do you plan on repeating this type of transaction in regards to what you're doing? Now if it's going to be a repeatable transaction, then okay, take it on, but don't. Oh, it goes in and out. Okay, all right. So can you how am I sounding now? So is it good now? It seems like the internet is back where I am. So but thank you, Demetria. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um but so anyway, if you all have any questions in the chat that you want to get answered, ask them. Feel free to ask, and that's about anything business, real estate related. I'm an open book when it comes to this. I am a solutionist. It reminds me of, it was a show called The Mentalist, where this guy, he was really, really smart. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. LinkedIn user says sounds fine here. Okay, very good. Okay, all right, great, great, great. Thank you so much, guys. So the mentalist is what the show was called, right? And so from that, I'm the solutionist. And so hey, y'all getting ready to? Okay, all right, guys. So y'all about to see me move in real live motion, and so we'll still talk. Uh, I'm in a location now, working while working with a client. So whatever questions that y'all might have, let me know, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So also, I'll give y'all a tidbit of information on real estate. So the reason why you want to be objective to anything is that, and it's gonna get a little dark as I go outside, guys. The reason why you want to be objective to anything that you do in regards to just your planning and your phase of everything, is because you need to know, you got to have certain type of knowledge in regards to knowing. And so I didn't add this piece in, is that the funding, education, and network to our three-step process, right? So our three-step process was the plan, right? From that plan, then we got our process. Ooh, that sun is bright, guys. Uh, we have our plan, our process, our action, our conclusion. The sky is very pretty out, guys. And so that's what we have. You want to be able to make sure that you guys are connecting with the right people, right, to get the right type of education. So your funding, education, and network is definitely what you want, right? Because that helps you get your understanding to what you need and your sense of direction, right? And so from your sense of direction, it's kind of like your GPS, right? And if you have your GPS, it has to be calibrated with the satellite, right? And so if your satellite's off, just like earlier, when internet went out, hey, come here. Well, come here. I want y'all to. I want to introduce y'all to somebody real quick.
Just sit out there in the back. I'm gonna go in the side door.
So come and introduce yourself to the people, man.
Hey, folks. Man, I look old. I guess I am old, huh? Praise Jesus. Good to meet everyone. God bless. Hey,
So,
D, you go and finish what you doing. I'm
okay.
gonna go drop that ladder and then I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
All right.
I'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. So that young man is my future business partner. So we're here doing some work. So that's why I'm saying I'm working while at work. So what happens is that real estate has allowed me to get into certain positions and situations and certain job titles because I have certain areas and that I am connected to certain other things, and so that's why you want to make sure that you're ready when the opportunity comes, right? And you want to be connected to people um, that could actually guide you to where you're going, right? And so you can create good business partnerships and bad business partnerships because I recently and I'm very transparent when it comes to business. So I had a bad business breakup with the previous partner of mine because that's the risk that you take in business is that sometimes you can partner up with people and those people can just mean no good for you, right? But you shouldn't allow bad business breakups to allow you to stop you from the trajectory of where you're trying to get to, right? If you're trying to get to step three, remember we got to put our plan and our process in place. That's how you overcome the objections. So what we need to do is make sure that we have the right type of mindset, the right people around us, so we can have a strategic and a consistent mindset, right? So if we're strategic and consistent with the things that we do, develop our plan, develop our process, develop our actions so we can get to our conclusion, then I think we'll be good. We will be really, really good. We'll be straight to the end of the day, right? Because that's what it's about. A lot of us, we don't plan right. We just think that things will happen. It'll magically appear. But no, we have to plan. We got to make sure that um, we stop running our businesses like hobbies, stop running our lives like hobbies, and run it correctly. And we have to add others that bring value to us, and stop allowing people to take from us, right? To take our energy, our positive energy, to be consistent in whatever we do, right? So with these things, it's very important um, that we take on these strategies because it's different, especially if you get in and you're doing something new. So when you're doing something new, you want to make sure that you do have that type of education, right? You got to have a mentor. You got to have a business partner. And so
That guy, and I'll tell you the story. So, because of real estate, right? Um, I I got into finance because of real estate. I now will be part owner of a HVAC company that I'm going in with another partner. So the guy asked, he said, he came out to fix on a HVAC unit that went out in one of our properties. So the guy asked, what did I do? So I told him, real estate investor, serial entrepreneur, got a couple of businesses. And so he said, hey, you interested in buying an HVAC company? I said, maybe how much? And he was so blown away that it wasn't. It was his reaction. He was just taken back because he's looking at retirement. And so we were. I was on Clubhouse the other day, and Clubhouse, for those of you all who don't know, it's an app, and it's saying where when you start something, or you're trying to get into a certain industry, sometimes you have to work your way up to get to that point. So sometimes you have to go and get the coffee, right, in order to get that particular respect for people, right? And so now I'm a very accomplished uh, real estate investor, business owner, right? But now I'm at a point where now I don't mind going to get coffee because I'm serving, because somebody is mentoring me. I'm learning the ropes because this is new for me. And so that's how you network. That's how you educate yourself. So in this situation, I'm getting the education. So the two things that I have and the understanding of is funding and network. So in this situation, what I lack is the education. So because of real estate, I spent $4,500 on getting a brand new air conditioner for our tenants. This has been the best $4,500 that I've spent because it will give me a 1,000 to infinity return on my investment, not knowing that this would happen and this would come true, right? So what happened was is that he said, "Hey, if you're interested, let me know, and you can come and ride with me, and I'll show you." And so what he's been doing is showing me and sharing with me and teaching me the ways of the heating and air industry. So that is how you can build wealth, right? You got to be ready when the opportunity comes. You never know. You never know when the opportunity will come. So that's why you can't have any objections. You got to make sure you have your three-step process. What is your three-step process? Okay. So I'll end with that. And if you guys don't have any questions, I'll wait a couple of minutes to see if you all have any questions in the chat. So we got something. Okay, LinkedIn user, a great business circle is important. Good call out, Derek. You are so correct. You are so correct. That you got to have some number one stunners, as I call them, because you got to make sure that you're putting the right people in your circle and in your team. You need a good lawyer. You need a good CPA. You need the good person that's going to be objective to say, hey, not so good, not so good. You don't always want to have a person that's telling you yes all of the time, because if that's the case, you can fail really bad. And so that's what we don't want anyone to do, and that's why we created this space, is to build wealth through real estate, whether it's physical real estate or whether it's digital real estate or if it's spiritual real estate. Like, all of these things play a major role in everyone's life. All right. And so since we don't have any questions, we will get ready to end because guess what? I got to get back to work and learning and educating myself. And so that's the key, is to make sure that we are educating ourselves in anything that we do. Go and get the coffee. That shows a humbling experience, right? Once we do that, and then just go from there. So, but I want to tell you guys, each and every one who came up uh, and left messages, let us know where you're from. For those that watch the replay, to see the beautiful sun in the background and the beautiful sky, the beautiful trees in the background. It's hot out here, but the wind is, oh man, it's so good. It is so good. So we got one question. So Demetrius Sanders, how often do you put these on? That is a great question. So we do these every Saturday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next week, I think we're gonna have a special guest, somebody that's really, really big that you guys will be excited to hear and see. So, but you got to stay tuned uh, to figure out what's going on, and I'll put it on Instagram. Well, I'll give you all my Instagram handle so you guys can follow me on Instagram to see who that special guest is. You guys will be very, very excited to see who the special guest is. And we spoke uh, earlier, had a great conversation. So this is my Instagram in the chat. So you guys can copy paste this. My Instagram is Mr. Young1. And then what that will do for you is that will allow you to follow me on Instagram to see um, who we'll have up. It's a special. I don't want to give it away, but you guys got to follow me to stay tuned to see what we got going on. And then let's see, we have D. E. Foster, D. Kirkwood. What is a projected growth of a startup in real estate for someone's year to date? So that is a loaded question. So if it's like, I guess, a beginner, are you saying? So if it's a beginner, somebody that's fresh out, you need to have some type of education in real estate. So if you don't have any money in regards to what you're trying to do, you can find someone like another real estate investor who might be popular in the town, and see if you can partner up with that person. See what do they need, right? Oh, okay, all right, good. So it would depend. So we offer a real estate course, and that's we do one-on-ones as well. So if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram. Send me a message, Mr. Young One, if you're interested, because I believe in doing, right. Because by doing is how you learn, and because of real estate, it has put me in so many situations. But you want to make sure that you're ready for the opportunity, right? And because you never know. So it could be a situation where you need to be connected with someone that could guide you to get you to that place of where you're trying to get to. Um, so I got another question. Do you know anyone in Texas that I can shadow? I do. I actually do. Send me a message, and I will connect you with someone depending on what part of Texas that you're in. So one thing that I like do assignments of contracts. Yes. I know someone that can help you out with that. But Miss Pamela, um, I have someone that I definitely want to connect you with. And don't think about it as specifically in Texas, because I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. But guess what? I have property all over the United States, right? So Pennsylvania, uh, my city, Birmingham, and oh, we got some more. What is your Instagram handle? My Instagram handle is ooh, getting a lot of questions. I'll put it back in the chat again, but it's Mr. Dot Young one. So let's see if I can put it back in. So Mr. Period Young one. Okay, and I put it up in the chat. And so, see, all of these things is just about developing a plan of action. So it's not hard. I mean, it might be hard. There you go. Thank you, Miss Wright. I appreciate it for putting that in the chat for me. If you all see Miss Wright's um, response, she put it in for me. So thank you so much, Pamela. I agree. I'm following you already. So now I gotta warn you guys, when you all follow me on Instagram, I'm very creative, right? And I'm trying to learn how to dance too. So I got the education on lock, and I'm trying to work on my singing too. So people say that I have a voice for out in the woods, and then a face for radio, right? So I don't know where they get that from, but I think I look pretty decent anyway. So anyway, guys, but I would like to thank you guys, number one, for showing up here to ask your questions, to allow me the opportunity to answer them. So I hope that I have given you some type of gratification to be able to add some type of capital to you, right? Because also you want to make sure that you're getting the right type of info, right? The right type of info. And I know someone as well. I have a partner, and when I say you want to make sure that you're connecting with the right people, the right business people, the right type of person that can help you get your education right. So my business partner is known as Info with April, and she's out of Texas as well. And when I say business acumen, I give her a hard time because I say, well, you know, you keep me professionally structured, and that's the inside joke that we have because she does. And so it's a trade off. When you're in business with someone, that person has to level you up and vice versa. But if you're going in circles where you're giving all of the information and you're doing all of the teaching, you're in the wrong place. You got to make sure that you're leveling up from your goals and what you're trying to do. You want to make sure that you are networking up, right? Networking up. You don't want to network at the same level that you at. You don't want to network down. You want to be up here, right? And then you want to be up here, and then you want to just climb, right? Because at the end of the day, that is how you can improve, right? That is how you can improve. So um, special shout out to my business partner who keeps me in check, Miss April. Info with April, and she adds capital. So just like I'm adding capital to you guys, and guess what? You guys are adding capital to me with y'all's questions to allow me to answer you all's questions, right? Um, Miss Pamela says, thank you. You are so welcome. Deanna says, you sound good. Well, thank you. And Miss Demetria Saunders says, thank you. You are so welcome. Miss Pamela says amen and amen right back to you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So with that, guys, I hope I have added value by adding capital to you guys, right? And for your capital needs, if you need to understand how to understand funding, education, and network, or just how to understand life just point blank to put all of this stuff together, let's talk about it, right? You can start talking about it by following me on Instagram at Mr. Young dot one, Mr. Dot Young one, and just look up in the chat, and you'll be able to see it, and then just go from there. Aha! Already. Thank you, Miss Wright. Look, this is what Miss Wright said. I am your fan already. No, ma'am. That's the other way around. I am your fan. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. So guys, I hope I'm adding value and some capital to you guys, because all you have to do is just make sure that you guys are listening. Listening, because see, what you guys don't understand is by coming in and tuning in, you have to make sure that you Ah, all right, I appreciate it. Too funny. All right, Miss Wright. I appreciate it. So what you guys don't understand is that once you come here, well, I know, you know, but how you get to that is you have to make the connection, right? You got to be able to bring some type of value. So what value do you bring to the situation, right? So you can bring value by bringing your questions, because once you have a question, I can answer them, and the answer can spark something. But now you still have to be able to take action. That number three, right? And then if so, let's say if you ask a question and you get your answer, you need to take it to the three-step process: the plan, process, action, and conclusion, right? And so we do offer certain assessments, because like for me, I am when I say I can help anyone in any industry because of the system that I've developed, and it's so simple for me. I don't know why it's simple, but it comes simple, right? But you have to get connected. You gotta stay consistent with any and everything that you're doing. Okay. All right. So with that, guys, I want to tell you thank you for paying attention. Thank you for tuning in. And y'all pay attention. Stay tuned to my Instagram. Y'all might see me getting some dancing lessons or taking some singing lessons and educating you guys on real estate, right? But stay tuned to see a special on a special guest that we have coming next week. So it's next Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, right? And then that's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. All right. So with that, guys, I appreciate you all spending y'all Saturday with me. And I want you guys to be so awesome that you guys cannot stand it after that. Okay. But with that, I appreciate you guys for spending the time with me. I hope that I've served you and been able to add capital to you guys. And from that, I would like to tell you a good day, and we will see you next week, same time. I am your host, Derek Young, of the show Building Wealth Through Real Estate. And with that, we will close it out. And you know what, guys? I didn't even play my intro or my outro or anything. So I want to, at least I'll play my outro. Eric Young of Day Group 21 LLC. This is Derek the Mother Funder Young. Yes, I said it, the Mother Funder, bringing you. All right, guys. Well, I will bid you guys adieu, and I thank you again. So, see you guys next week at Saturday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good one, guys.